This is Patrick Baumann, and you're watching WNN News. Today, we will be talking about the end of World War II. We will be talking about how the war ended, the peace treaty, the atomic bomb, and the number of casualties. Isn't that right, Paul? 4 months ago, on May 8th, the United States and its allies celebrated the end of the war in Europe against the Axis powers. This triumphant day in history is now beginning to be known as VE Day, or Victory in Europe Day. Near the end of the fighting, a majority of the Axis powers agreed to turn against Germany, and in exchange, the Allies granted them access to membership in the United Nations, an organization founded to promote international cooperation. What do you think about that, Paul? A week before Germany's surrender on May 8th, Adolf Hitler committed suicide. We have obtained exclusive footage from inside his bunker in Berlin on April 30th. Shocking. How do you feel about that, Paul? In other news, this Sunday, September 2nd, the Japanese government signed its unconditional surrender to the United States. We now go live to Jason Van Dam with the story.
On August 6, 1945, an atomic bomb was dropped on Hiroshima, Japan. The blast radius was approximately 100 miles in diameter. It destroyed many homes and took many lives. The atomic bomb was developed by scientists in 1939. Albert Einstein and Enrico Fermi warned the president of the threat that the Axis powers would have on the United States if they had the bomb. In that same year, it was discovered that Germany had devised a way to create the atomic bomb. To keep the project secret, it was codenamed the Manhattan Project. Testing of the bomb in the Nevada desert resulted in an explosion 100 miles wide that destroyed many homes. A cover story was created saying that a military ammunition stockpile had exploded. The vice president at that time, Harry Truman, didn't know about the project until after the bombing. Immediately after the Hiroshima explosion, Japan sent a message containing its surrender to the United States, but it arrived too late, and the United States had already dropped another bomb on Nagasaki 3 days later. Back to you, Patrick.
Interesting stuff. What do you make of that, Paul? And now, Cole Bennett, who is reporting live from the Paris Peace Conference in France.
Well, thanks, Patrick. Things are really heated here. The negotiations started back in July, and they still haven't ended. It's estimated that they will continue for another month. There are quite a few countries here. We've got some of the more notable ones, including the US, Russia, the United Kingdom, France, Italy, Romania, Hungary, Bulgaria, and Finland. We're also seeing appearances from Australia, Belgium, the Belarusian SSR, Brazil, Greece, India, Canada, the Netherlands, New Zealand, Norway, Poland, the Ukrainian SSR, Czechoslovakia, Ethiopia, Yugoslavia, and the Union of South Africa. Germany has not been included in the negotiations due to its governmental collapse. That does not mean, however, that they won't have to pay the price. From what I can see, the peace treaty will involve significant reparations on Germany's behalf. Back to you, Patrick.
Thanks, Cole, but we can't forget that with war comes great suffering and loss of life. And after several years of fighting, do not forget those who fought and died for their fellow countrymen. Among the dead were 416,000 Americans, 383,600 from the United Kingdom, 5,533,000 Germans, 217,000 Frenchmen, and 120,000 Japanese. But those are just military lives. From each nation, hundreds of thousands, even millions of civilian lives were lost. And not just humans were killed. Over 750,000 animals were killed by the European war machine, and unimaginable amounts of damage was done to cities and the landscapes. Now that the war is over, the fighting has stopped, we can now focus on what matters most, reuniting with our loved ones who have been away fighting for our safety. This is Patrick Baumann, signing off.